Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now. Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Potomac Season 8, Episode 18, the finale. Let's get right into it.
True. Tell me, why did think that Jeremiah was his kid?
That's not fair. That's not fair. Let me
Go,
tell
you want fair, go to a corner.
Man, do we have a lot of talk about, you guys. The finale of Season 8. It's been a long ass season, but this finale was epic, especially the ending. Let's get right into this. So, well, actually, not even the ending, even the friggin' beginning was like crazy. So we picked up with this big old fight that happened last week. So Deborah we only got audio because the cameras were down. They still had their mics on. Deborah was asking Candiace if she wanted to say anything to her because Candiace had been talking a lot about Deborah, calling her Sesame Street and whatnot. All Candiace says is, "Get the help away from me. I don't want to talk to you." So then Deborah throws a drink that she had onto Candiace's face. Kriana then takes it upon herself to sort of hold Deborah, or like, I don't know exactly what, but she touched her. And then that's when Deborah gets that glass that she had, where the one that she had just thrown the water from, and breaks it in Kriana's head. That is what happened. That was what everyone has been agreeing to. So Kriana is in the bathroom with a bloody forehead. Deborah is mad. She's leaving. Oh, just to clarify, the cameras picked back up after the fight. So that's how we got to see the aftermath. So an ambulance came. I do have to say, Candiace, listen, Charrisse is grabbing her because she had gotten a bottle. And once she's being, grabbed, she starts calling Deborah Sesame Street, street rat, cockroach, ghetto hood, all of these things that she called Monique back in the day. And here's the thing, y'all. I love Candiace, but if you're going to be a woman who stands on business, then you got to stand on freaking business. When Deborah came up to her and asked her, "Do you have anything to say to me?" Candiace said nothing. But now that Candiace has all these people around her, grabbing her and getting Deborah away from her, now all of a sudden she wants to scream these things at her. If you're going to be a gangster, then be a gangster at all times. And I'm only saying that, you guys, because out here in the real world, you can't be talking all the mess that Candiace talks about and not getting your, you know what I'm saying. Like, one of y'all, try to talk to somebody like that. See if you ain't gonna get hit up in the head. But anyway, Wendy was very upset. So was Karen. I'm gonna be honest, I do not feel bad for none of them. In my eyes, each one holds responsibility. Deborah should have never thrown that whatever she had in that glass towards Candiace's face. And Kriana shouldn't have ever touched Deborah, because that didn't have anything to do with her. So it is what it is. That was crazy. Okay, so it is 2 days later, and y'all, the Grand Dame's not walking around with security. She had a security guard with her. Oh my god, these women are so extra. But it's time for the party of them, where they're going to be seeing the photos from the photo shoot that they did dressed up as the famous African-American women. Charrisse is there with her daughter. I like that. And y'all, Ashley's saying that she's going to put a pause in her friendship with Deborah because Deborah been doubling down about this on social media. Now, we all know she's trying to save her job with that. Also, Gizelle arrived. Her father made it out of the surgery. He was doing well at this point, but as soon as this finale wrapped up, she was gonna go back to see him. But y'all, Charrisse is wearing a boot. Charrisse was the one who, like I said earlier, grabbed that bottle from Candiace and was holding her back, but somehow in the midst of all the chaos, somebody must have stepped on her foot, so that's why she has that. Gizelle's talking about she doesn't like that this fight is gonna make GNA look bad. Well, Gizelle, I think GNA already looks bad, but I get, I get what she's saying. Ashley says that Deborah told her that the reason she even approached Candiace in the first place was because she could hear Candiace and Wendy talking about her from afar. Now, Kai, who is Gizelle's friend, brought up a good point, that Candiace and Wendy were basically talking all this mess that they couldn't stand on once Deborah confronted them. And to make things worse, they let their good friend get beat up. Where'd they do that at? Okay, so then Mia arrives with her entire family. Robyn then arrives as well. Remember, Robyn had left when this fight had happened. I think that Gizelle and Robyn are so happy they were not here so people wouldn't blame this on them, because y'all already know how people like to reach, so they definitely would have found a way. Also, speaking of Robyn, I really loved the way Robyn looked in her photo shoot. portraying Mariah Carey. Now, nobody's saying she looked like Mariah. Even Robyn herself said, I did not look like Mariah at all. But she looked hot. Like, she did look really good. Candiace's sister was there, and she talks to Ashley about the fight. Candiace arrives with her mom. Now, Candiace as Diana Ross, in my opinion, was an epic fail. Not because of Candiace, but because of the outfit. They gave her an outfit that does not encompass the Diana Ross. I did like Wendy as Cheryl Lee Ralph. I thought that was really good. Now, you can definitely tell, though, that there's a dark cloud at this event. You can tell, you can feel it through the screen, so I can't even imagine how it must have felt like the people that were there. Apparently, Kriana got 12 stitches. Cha-Cha is reprimanding Deborah a little, Candiace, asking Candiace what the hell was she thinking when she grabbed that bottle. Now, Candiace says that she was going to protect herself with it, but all that tells me is that Candiace can only use her mouth or objects to fight. Then the group gathers together and they sort of address the elephant in the room, the fight. All eyes are on Ashley because that's her friend. So Ashley says that everyone in this situation was an adult. She said, I don't control anyone. I don't like what happened, she says. And she feels, of course, bad for her friend, but she also feels bad for Kriana. Ashley says that Deborah told her that Candiace kept calling her vermin, trash, the help, Muppet. And one of the things that one of the points that she's trying to get across is that Candiace has always been doing this. From the moment she stepped onto this show, that woman's mouth is lethal. Wendy says that Deborah approached Candiace and that Candiace said multiple times that she didn't want to talk to her, so that she should have gone and left. Wendy says that she gives credit to herself and even Nneka for trying to defuse the situation. Then Karen says Ashley has pretty much broken some of the trust because she has brought someone who would put them in harm's or in danger. Pretty funny hearing that from Karen, in hindsight, given that she put others in danger last week, but that's a whole other story for another day. So then this was nice though. Gizelle takes the chance to thank Karen for being there for her in such a hard time. And then they toast because it might not be perfect, but they're gonna try to be better. Then Mia takes the mic. She talks about the photo shoot, and then and as she's doing that, they're showing the finale, the flashcards. So it says that Candiace is still working in new music. She's planning on signing with a record label. Wendy has her show on YouTube. They even threw some shade saying that she might try and get another business venture. Robyn is opening her Glow 30 this year. She also doesn't care about people's opinion. Karen is doing her thing over there at Surrey County. Giselle opened G&A. Sadly, her father passed away very shortly. Nneka's IUI treatment was unsuccessful. I feel bad for that, but she's gonna try IVF next. Ashley is dating, but has not divorced yet. Also, G took the mic. He was saying that he is so proud of Mia, his wife. She's a wonderful mother and a wonderful wife. And they're starting to show flashbacks of their marriage on the show. But then we get the black screen 3 months later. So Mia and Gordon publicly announced their separation via TMZ. So this happened after filming, obviously, and Eddie and Wendy were telling us that Gordon tried to get in contact with them and some others to tell them about the stuff that was happening. He then called them and told them all this stuff about Mia. So I guess that the cameras picked back up for one more scene. Bravo has been doing this a lot lately. First with Vanderpump, then with Beverly Hills, now with Potomac. So it's Mia and Gordon, and they said they've separated since July. The scene was intense. So Gordon says, I know you've been having an affair for 10 years. Y'all, this ish is messy. The kids have known about this man. His name is Iyke. Mia has known him since high school, and she says that Gordon was aware that she was sleeping with him. In this scene, Gordon says, listen, I had cancer, my organs were not working, and I told you could be with him, but there were 2 rules. You were going to be discreet about it, and you were not going to involve the kids. And according to Gordon, Mia has involved the kids now. One of the boys told Gordon, he asked him, Dad, why is Mom trying to replace you with Mr. Iyke? He's saying that Mia was always on the phone with him, and apparently one time he took the phone away from her and he locked her up. Then she left to Atlanta with another dude. The conversation was a little hard to follow because they keep bleeping some of the names out. and she's trying to explain why she went to Atlanta with this other guy. So then he walks out and he's telling the producers that she's lying, that the affair is something much bigger than what Mia is making it out to be. Mia is saying that it's not, and then that's when Gordon says, then why did you think that Jeremiah wasn't my son? Mia says, okay, Gordon, that's not fair. Gordon says, you want fair? Go to Carnival. But it looks like it's true. Mia says in her confessional that the timeline of how things happened when she got pregnant with that son, it's a possibility that it might not be Gordon's, although Gordon has taken that child as if it were his own. They've never taken a DNA test, so they don't know for sure. Gordon says that once he lost the money, that's when Mia didn't want him any longer. And Mia says that's not true, because if that were the case, she would have left him a long time ago. So Gordon says, I am okay with us being together for the kids, like it's whatever. And Mia says, well, you're a loose cannon, so I don't know what's gonna happen. And they just kept arguing so much, and Gordon keeps saying that Mia is a liar, and that if she wants to go, she can go. Wow. Okay, first of all, credit to Mia and Gordon for single-handedly saving the Real Housewives of Potomac. Honestly, we all knew this scene was coming from the previews and the trailers and all that, but I never thought it was going to be this intense. Wow, this episode was definitely finale worthy. Next week is the reunion, and we'll see what that's about. But this episode, you guys, was crazy. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about the fight, the aftermath, and most importantly, Mia and Gordon. What do y'all think about this? Isn't this messy? Listen, everyone has the right to do whatever they want. These open relationships, child, they ain't never gonna end up well. Trust me. But anyway, you guys, please let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.